Alright, YouTubers, I apologize about the sudden pause. You can see here the turntable is currently moving. And they're actually doing this by hand, about like it was in the 1800s. You can see, there's the guy who's actually pushing it right there.
Okay, I'm back again. We just had a little conference there about something real quick. Welcome to the Rail Museum. My name is Travis Harry. I'm the Director of Operations and Volunteers here at the museum. First, a couple of housekeeping items. Everybody sees a black ring on the ground that goes all the way around the turntable. We ask you please stay behind that black ring for the demonstrations. And parents and grandparents are with us. Watch your kids. The turntable is not perfectly round. It goes back and forth between that black ring. We don't like my speakers going inside there and getting jammed and it hurts. So please keep an eye on your kids.
We're gonna set up.
So, turning here a little bit, Mr. Chris Frank is down the hall there. Say hi to Chris. Chris, usually the more enthused you are, the faster people will go. I don't know if it's Wheaties this morning or not, but so let's talk about the building we're in first. This building is our roundhouse, built in 1884, designed by architect E. Francis Baldwin. He was the architect of note for the Railroad at that time. It was built as a pasture farm repair shop. So normally in the day-to-day business, you would not see any locomotives inside this building. It all been pasture cars, like the ones you see over here based 1819 and 20. The columnist, Baldwin's Cathedral. Baldwin was a Catholic. He wanted to build a cathedral for Baltimore, but Baltimore already had a big one, Basilica down in Baltimore. Okay. So this is Baldwin's Cathedral. One thing you should notice right away is the windows. Lots and lots of windows. There's two reasons for that. If you're building an industrial complex in the late 1800s, there's no electricity for lights. So you will want natural light coming in as you can. So that's the first reason you have so many windows. Even today, when it's kind of dark and gloomy outside, it's still pretty bright in here. The second is you open up all these windows on all levels, it kind of acts like it should be. Your hot air, smoke, you're making all to the top. And goes out the windows, cooler air gets pulled in from the bottom. So it's a kind of a ventilation system. When this was built, it was the largest industrial circular building in the world. It covers about an acre's worth of property. So it's pretty large. It's a 22 bay roundhouse. There's a very long official word, but I said that because that's about the new thing that I don't remember it. Too long. But it's actually, Chris knows it. So actually it's a 22-sided building. Actually, that's a real round house. Like we said, this was built as a pasture car repair shop. And use this in a basic repair network. Now, I should ask, has anyone been for our turntable demonstration before? Show of hands. Anybody been here for the turntable before? Wow. Bunch of newbies. This is awesome. Okay. So let's talk about the turntable real quick. This is a 60-foot turntable. They call it an Armstrong table. This works on balance. It's all about weight distribution. If you would look underneath here, where the rails are, like a railroad bridge, basically. Okay? Also, there's a pit underneath. On the side where on the outside, there's a ring underneath that has a rail, regular old railroad rail all the way around. And at either end, where the rails are wheels. Now, they're not to really help move at a point. They're to help balance this when you're bringing one piece of equipment on and off. The way this really works all happens right here in the center. Right here in the center is a large map. And once we're done the turntable demos today, and we can set, you'll be able to see it. inside this cap is a large ball bearing and 16 roller bearings sitting on this shaft. And that's where all the turning takes place. That's where all the power is all about. Now, the only way this works is when they bring a piece of equipment. I can't talk over that. All the weight has to be balanced right on top of that center turning points. If you have too much weight on the wheels over here, or too much weight on the wheels over there, you don't have enough force to push it. And we say push it because, as you saw earlier with Chris, he is pushing this turntable. There's no electricity, there's no gears, there's no motors, it's all him pushing this. And we've pushed about 70 tons worth of equipment on this turntable. So one guy can push 70 tons fine. So we're going to the first piece of equipment we're going to boost move today. This is the JC Davis. Use the tractor
Check that out, YouTube. Just check that out.
So the Dixie Davis is a locomotive built in 1875. It was designed by Nancy Davis, who was the superintendent of local power for the railroad at that time. It is a local class locomotive. All three steam locomotives are classified by your wheels. It's up to the folks right there. You might want to, I'm going to try to come back a little bit for you. All steam locomotives are classified by their wheels, and what kind of wheels they have and sets. So if you look at the 600,
Beautiful engine.
you see the two small ones in the front. Those are called pilot wheels. And what those are there for is to help guide and ground curves and hold some of the weight of the locomotive. These 6 wheels in the center are your power wheels. That's where all the power that you're making going into the cylinder is going into the locomotive. Then sometimes when the center goes underneath the cap, this one doesn't have any wheels underneath of it. Those are called treading wheels that they have. Well, this one doesn't have any treading wheels on it. Okay? So, this is classified as a 260 locomotive. And they all have names. This is a motor class. The William Mason, which is one of our others, in the 4th row, classic American build class locomotive. They're all classified by that.
Disconnect the tracker and move it back.
Turntable. And now they're going to try to balance it, make sure they're balanced here in the center. First, if he thinks he's balanced enough, he's going to talk to the conductor and make sure he's ready to go.
Come on, baby. Push through the locomotive. Come on now.
Just hold on 1 second before we
Beautiful, beautiful locomotive. Just beautiful. Just beautiful.
Okay, so now here's where you cross your fingers when you're doing this demonstration. Now we hope that we've got it level here in the center. It looks level, like you can see. We're going to give it a try here, and Chris is going to give it a push and see if we can get going. So if you see that thing start moving, once you start pushing, I'm sure a big round of applause will come when I see it moving.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty good. This one is, the engine itself is about 45 tons. You can pick up a locomotive is another 6 to 10. That's heavy. If it's full, you can add another 8 tons of water to that and all the coal.
Dude, look at this. This is like, I am so astonished.
Watch yourself. guy taken out by the locomotive. That would be good. So you can see, he's moving about 55 tons of equipment by himself, just pushing it around. I mean, that's a pretty... Oh, stop. All right, well, we had our first casualty. The train guard just got hit. Oh, man. My T Scout guys are not going to be happy with me, so that's for sure. So now, back in the old days, when they were moving around passenger cars, they didn't have to worry about this, that's for sure. Worry about the train guard that's in the way. But anyway, so Chris is our first round. Back to the J.C. Davis, again, built 1975. It was designed again by J.C. Davis, who was the superintendent for both power of the railroad. He built it really for freight service, to be able to carry lots of tonnage. Because railroads, even today, where railroads make their money is freight service. They make lots of money moving freight. Passenger service, usually railroads broke even with passenger service. Unpredictable. But this was built to move freight. And here's where you can tell what a locomotive was built for by looking at its wheel configuration. And also the size. These are not too big, they're smaller. Some of them have bigger wheels. The smaller your wheels is probably a freight locomotive. The taller the wheels, the bigger the wheels is probably for passenger service. And that's
Here's the guy pushing it.
How much rotation you get for every time it goes around. If you have a small wheel, it's not going to go very far around, but it's going to have a lot of pulling power. If you have a larger wheel, every rotation goes around more distance, you get more speed.
Beautiful locomotive.
Passengers, you want a lot of speed, or a freight, you want a lot of service. That's it. Clap for Chris. Clap for Chris. By the way, I'm going to tell them that the Scout guys get their play out. Yeah, that's okay. We can park it for us. Now, even though it's easy to move, it looks easy to move, but it's also very difficult to move. So, Chris is going to park this at day number 12 now, where it's going to be nice to move. Now, the J.C. Davis, do anybody know about the roof collapse we had in 2003? No? Okay. In 2003, we had a little snowstorm here, President's Day weekend. The snow was about 28 inches on the ground, very heavy wet snow, and it was blowing roughly from the southwest. So the snow was blowing and was touched on the upper roof and slide down to the lower roof. And in doing so, we had about 8-foot trips of heavy wet snow coming down the lower roof. In that case, it actually caused part of the roof to collapse into the building. So around from day 5, which is over here by the Civil War exhibit, over to day 16, which is over where the sheet number 1 is, collapsed into the building. We had about 8 pieces of equipment that were damaged when that roof collapsed. We rebuilt the whole roof. Everything you see roof-wise is brand new. The only thing still original to the building are the brick walls. And the center post, right here in the center ring is formed with, those are the original cast iron. Everything else is brand new. It took about 22 months to repair the roof. Cost about $30 million. And then the decision that we had to make was, what are we going to do with all the extra equipment? We had a small restoration shop, but not enough to repair all of our equipment. And the decision was either to send it out to other places or to build ourselves a restoration shop. So we built a brand new restoration shop, which was about a mile down the tracks. Took the train around today, you saw the big red building on the right-hand side of the track. That's our restoration facility. We started repairing our engines. Each engine was to cosmetically restore those. Took about $500,000 a piece to cosmetically restore each piece. Some of the pieces in here that were other pieces were all here, including the 600s. The 600 that Casey Davis just came back to the restoration shop this past summer. The restoration did a beautiful job. The paint job is fantastic. We had a painter that is in the attendance. He's in charge of the painting, and he does all that pinstripe work with the hands. It's unbelievable what he does. So we were very lucky to have a great crew that works on all the equipment there. And with the dance,
Tractor is going to pull it back, so the tractor is pulling it and pulling it back.
I think you're going to push the engine back.
Alright, so now they're lining everything up. Did reach further, there's rocks.
Best train ever!
So first blue, also,
Now he's pushing back the tractor.
notice how lucky it is.
Well, there you have it, YouTubers. A roundhouse demonstration in Baltimore. This was just incredible.